Alright, so I shot some videos on this particular plant in the past, and this is called, a common name for it's called Mullein. And there is a botanical name which I have a problem trying to pronounce it, but this plant is a great plant to know about. And there are several different species of this plant. There's a few that are not necessarily native to the United States, but they're much different. Their flowers look much different than this. And I don't know if they necessarily get as big as this one. This one's generally referred to as the Great Mullein, meaning it's probably the superior one. This one now, try to pan you up. If you look at the very top of that, that's about 10 feet tall. And I'm standing at about base level, so I might even be a little higher than the plant. So this is way above my head, guys. Way above my head. I'll give you a look at the pod, and you can see the pods on here are absolutely gorgeous. I'm trying to get in close. I can't see anything because the sun is like right in my eyes, and I can't see a darn thing. I'm trying to give you a look at the flowers. Let's see if we can see the flowers. I'm not sure if this camera is capable of picking it up. There's the flowers right here. So they're just gorgeous looking little flowers, and they all come out of these little balls things here. And then those become seed. And this thing is going to go a little higher. It'll probably go to 10 or 15 feet tall. These plants can get absolutely enormous. Most of the time you're going to see them, they're only about that big, you know, anywhere between 2 feet and 4 feet tall. That's going to be your common size, but these can get absolutely enormous. So here's a look at the leaf anyway. Let me give you a look at it. Stand back and try to give you a look at that leaf. That's the leaf on it. Now these are long and narrow. I have seen more broad leaf variety. Might be a subspecies where the leaf is a little bit more round and not kind of as long per se, but that's what it looks like. And if you look at the leaf, it's very furry all the way around. It's like a pubescence. And if you look at the stem here, you can see there's this rib thing here that goes all the way up the center of it. Very beautiful looking, actually. And it like becomes part of the leaf. So it's like the leaf kind of goes like this and then extends down into this ripply, weird looking thing and goes all the way down the stem like that, and then the next leaf does the same thing. So it kind of looks like one big ripply skin kind of just rolling its way down there. And it's just a gorgeous plant. Now, I don't always let these grow on my property. I usually take these down if they're in a bad location, but this year I'm not planting here. I'm letting my wild hairy tomatoes just go wild, so I figured just leave this one. It should be fine. Plus, a lot of people have been asking me for seed on the mullein plant, the common mullein, which is what this is. And I'm reluctant to provide seed for that because I generally sell pepper and tomato seed. I don't really want to waste my time selling seed for something like this, but if that many people really want it, okay, I'll make it available. I'll save the seed from it this year, and we will make it available. Some of the dead flowers. Now, I don't think there's seed in these. I don't know where the seed is from. I would imagine that, I don't know, there could be seed in this thing. I have to look at that. I hope it's not seeding and dropping it all as the flower matures. Hoping it leaves back like a seed bud of some sort. I really don't know, guys. Really don't know. Never really wasted time trying to save seed from them. What else about this plant? This plant is also known as a toilet paper plant because if you don't have toilet paper and you're in the wild, let me tell you something. I have used this in that scenario, and it is actually better than toilet paper, to be rather honest with you, because it's very smooth. It crumbles up nice. It takes care of the business better than even toilet paper does. To be honest with you, it's quite pleasant in that scenario. So, I mean, if you're in the wild and you need to take care of business, this is the plant you want to use to take care of that business. Mullein is also good for smoking. So if you have like bronchitis, or you have issues, allergy issues, and your breathing problems, mostly known for bronchitis, if you have these type of issues, this is the plant you want to refer to, because you can smoke this plant, like literally smoke it like in a cigarette form. And I used to buy, years ago, I used to go to powwows years ago, and I used to buy these herbal packs of, they look like chewing tobacco bags, but it wasn't chewing tobacco. It was from Native Americans, processed their own herbs, and they dried them out, and they created a blend, and that blend was for smoking. And some blends were more for respiratory issues, some were more for spiritual issues, some were for psychological, emotional issues, some were for other physical ailments. And I always used to buy the one for the respiratory issues, because living in a big city and the smog and all the chemicals I used to breathe in from my work were taking a slight toll on my lungs. So I used to smoke that stuff from time to time, and it was a very pleasant smoke. And I remember one of the ingredients to that package was mullein. Mullein was one of the ingredients that was included into this respiratory, smokable form of herb that the Native Americans used to supply at the powwows. And you can actually order that online. I don't remember what the name of that stuff was, or what to look for. I really don't remember it. But it was good stuff. I used to smoke it all the time. And you don't get high from it. You don't get stoned or anything like that. It has nothing to do with it. It has to do with clearing out and opening up your respiratory system so you can breathe better. And believe it or not, this will actually help that happen. So that's another use for it. There's other uses for it. I mean, I'll leave links in the description for Wikipedia and some of the other places you might be able to look it up and read about mullein and its properties. But it's a very good plant to have. I would definitely recommend you at least grow it one time, or let it grow once in a while on your property like I'm doing here, and then harvest the seed from it, and then that way you can plant it again, or give seed to somebody, or offer it, or sell it even yourself, and that way other people can have it. It's a good medicinal plant to know about. It's also very good for attracting bees. And believe it or not, what I see coming around this thing once in a while are hummingbirds. I do see hummingbirds coming around this plant and paying a visit to the almighty, gigantic mullein plant. Guys, that thing, seriously, from where it starts, right about here, all the way to the very top of that thing, all the way up there somewhere, right? That thing's got to be about 4 feet long. That's the longest mullein bud that I personally ever seen. But man, let me tell you something. That's going to make a lot of seed, and that's going to be a gorgeous little plant. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video to this down the road. I'll do some smoking. There's a couple ways you can smoke this. You can actually smoke this like in a pipe, or like I said, a cigarette form. Or you can actually use this like like you do with sage. You dry it out and you wrap it up, and you use it for like a smudge. You can do it that way as well with mullein. You don't have to necessarily smoke it like a cigarette or in a pipe form. You can actually just let it burn like an incense. Maybe we'll do that in the future. I'll do a separate video on that specifically, and we'll do a smudging video with the mullein itself. All right, so not sure what else to say about this plant other than it's a gorgeous plant, guys. It's, some people complain about, here, I'll try to stand back and just show you, give you an idea how absolutely tall that thing is. It's incredible. It's over the height of my greenhouse, guys. That's over the height of my greenhouse. I would say that's over 10 feet, or somewhere around 10 feet anyway. But look at that. Look how enormous that thing is. So that's your mullein plant. If you have any questions or anything that you want to know that I might know about it, feel free to leave a comment down below. Oh, the other thing too that this is actually good for is making a poultice out of it for bug bites. So if you're getting bitten up a lot and stuff like that, this is the plant you want to chew up and you put on your mosquito bites, and you know your chiggers are biting you, so you want to fix those holes up right away. This is the plant. This is what you want to use. All right, so anyway, that's it. That's your video on the mullein plant. I forgot how to pronounce a botanical name. It's like Verbascus sapasca or something. I can't. Verbascus thapsus. That's it. I think it's pronounced Verbascus thapsus. It's a very tongue-twisting type of name to pronounce. So anyway, see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care.